Me and my wife, we've got a busload of kids, and I want to modulate the discipline and the punishment.
When you say modulation, what do you mean?
Whether it's me or their mother is irritated, I think in some ways it's healthy for them to understand that they are a part of that process.
They're a part of your irritation?
No, a part of contributing to either me not being able to be smiling all the time while they're taking an hour and 36 minutes to get in the van.
Well, first of all, the idea of having 8 kids is insane.
Absolutely.
And I feel anxiety just trying to answer this question because I don't have 8 kids and I have enough challenge with just one. My experience with dealing with one of those reptiles that you referred to is I'm a work in progress as a parent. I'll be completely honest with you. I think I get it right more than I get it wrong, but when I get it wrong, I am the first one to admit it. And so when I work with my son, and again, I don't use the language when I deal with my son, when I work with him, because that's what I'm doing. He's a team member in my family, and we use the language team a lot. We are constantly talking about we're doing this as a team. And so I use a lot of leadership language. I use a lot of team language. And so he knows very well that we are in a team together and that life is a team sport. And he is learning more and more about the importance of his level of participation as a team, because he knows for the most part I've been his water boy for a long time. And now I'm not picking up as much of the slack that I used to. And so now we're having more heavier conversations, and now he's getting to see more of my, what would be my irritation. It's not his irritation, it's my irritation. And if I was talking to me here, I'd say, Kerwin, it would be pretty obnoxious for you to say that your irritation is his fault, because it's not. It's my fault. It's my stuff. But what he is doing is he is showing me through whatever behavior that he is demonstrating that there is something within me that is unresolved. There is some wound within me that is unhealed. How do I know? Because I'm having a feeling that is uncomfortable that's coming up that is causing a situation where I am reacting in a way that doesn't align with who I think I am or who I am. Does this make sense? And so first and foremost, we've got to let the kids off the hook and stop blaming them for our feelings, okay? Because then all of a sudden you have kids that grow up who feel responsible for the feelings of everyone in the room, and then they start doing things like people pleasing, okay? And then they allow themselves to be subject to, control and manipulation. And before you know it, your kids are in relationships with narcissists. When it comes to dealing with kids, and you're not going to like this answer, and this is one for all parents, write this down: slow is fast. Because if you go for fast strategies to create fast results, that is only going to work until they reach a physical stature where they can overpower you. Because there's only so long you can dominate someone until they get strong. And as soon as they get strong and they start matching you in size and they can look in your eyes, they're no longer scared of you anymore. They're now as big as you, and they think they know more than you, so they think they're more powerful than you. And now you have a rebel who you can't communicate with because you've never taught them how to communicate. You've always led them through domination and aggression and fear. And so what I'm learning with Noah is the more I learn how to communicate with him, the more I'm teaching him how to communicate. The more I'm teaching him how to engage in a dialogue, the more I'm teaching him how to take responsibility when he makes a mistake. When I get irritated, I get down to his level. I'll say, hey buddy, I'm really sorry that I raised my voice. I'm really sorry that I got frustrated. I know you can see I'm frustrated, right? Yeah, Dad, I can see that you're frustrated. I'm sorry that I'm frustrated. It's not your fault. I'm just processing an emotion right now and I'm finding it really difficult. Can you see that? It's like, yeah, Dad, I can see that you're processing. And he gets to the point where he goes, Dad, you just got to feel it. When I have the communication with Noah around when we apologize, it's not so much an apology as it is an acknowledgement of what we did.
Yeah.
And an expression of how we feel about what we did.
Yeah.
And so when I say I'm sorry, I don't go to, oh buddy, I'm sorry. I'll say I'm really sorry that I named the specific behavior. Yeah. That's not how Dad wants to show up, and it's not the example that I want to set for you.
Yeah.
I am going to do better, and next time I'm going to do my best not to raise my voice, not to say this, not to make you feel guilty. And I hope you can give me the patience and work with me.
Yeah.
And if he says, Dad, you don't need to apologize, and I said, I know I don't need to, but I want to, because this is the example I want to set for you, because this is the right thing to do. We own our stuff, son. Okay, if we make a mistake, we own it. And it's our job as parents to put in safe boundaries, not fearful boundaries, not aggressive boundaries. Because when kids come into the world, they're nothing but limitless potential. And oftentimes what we do is we put so many boundaries on them, that we crush their creative drive, we crush their motivational drive, we crush their spirit for expression, and they just become little zombies, or little cookie cutters of, you, or little cookie cutters of, the other kids in the family. You want unique kids. You want kids with strong personality. You want kids who aren't afraid to express themselves. Our job as parents is to provide the frameworks for them to make mistakes safely. Does this make sense?
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
You got it. 1, 2, 3.